like I was given like paperwork, and I read through the paperwork, I looked at it, and my question to you is, matter of fact, let me get to it so we can just get to the bottom of this shit. And you can just, explain your part about like what's going on or whatever. So it was a part in the paperwork where it said, as far as like the proffer was concerned, where they were talking about, the whole thing with Ash and, like how Brian took over and all of that.
Correct.
And it said, if it comes out on June 16th, 2018, that Mr. Davis gave information, I know this honorable court has been privy to that. Actual notes of that proffer, if that is released, there's a lot of information on a lot of people that are well known in this community that would not bode well for Mr. Davis.
Tell me, is it facts or opinions? You be the judge.
You'll have to decide. You'll have to decide. You'll have to decide.
Welcome to another Facts or Opinion, where everybody's got a fact and everybody's got an opinion. Man, I don't know what's going on in 2025. From Big Meats to now we got Fam Goon, Ralo, Mr. Dog Food. Man, this is crazy. So Ralo was on Bigfacts. Shout out to Bigfacts and baby Jade and their whole crew, where she just went in and just asked them like the whole thing about these snitching allegations. What's really going on with you? He keeps mentioning page 12, right? But there's other pages before then. So she hit him with page 8, where they talked about a proffer. Most people don't know what a proffer is. So a proffer in the legal terms is where you're giving up information, right? And he always keeps saying, well, nobody went to jail. Well, proffer doesn't necessarily says that. It means you're giving up information through whomever to the law enforcement, where they're taking down evidence and they can use it in a later turn if they choose such. So say for instance, you tell on somebody and you're giving up your mans and them in this neighborhood, but they're just going to do the investigation. They're going to watch them moving forward. That doesn't necessarily mean that you just because you didn't go to jail then. That means he gave up valuable information. And he talks about a lot. A lot of people don't know that they took that video down, that Bigfacts, because it was so controversial. So he brings up the puffer. A lot of people don't know this too. Check this part out. This is where his co-defendant too, who added in it. And I'm just adding this before we get started. So check this part out with the co-defendant.
Come on, bro. God damn, bro. Like, come on, tell the truth, bro. Come on, Ralo. Like, you know you went in there and did the mother off. Just say you didn't go in there and tell on them. You went in there, think you got all the money. Cause get what? At the end of the day, you right. Ain't nobody though. But get what though? You in there and did the off. Think you gonna got them throw that paper around, thinking they buy you out of every situation when they gonna buy you out no situation, especially not with the Fed, dog. These folks print. You see what I'm saying? And get what? At the end of the day, nigga, get what? Page 12. What? I got the paperwork. I got all the answers for page 8, page 12, yo, and I'm gonna put all the other day so the world can see what's going on. Cause get what? You don't just want to admit what the going on. You see what I'm saying? So I'm putting it in your face.
Now y'all see that co-defendant went straight in and told him, man, yeah, the proffer. But again, a lot of people don't know that just because you write the evidence down doesn't mean they coming to get you right then. That could be for future reference. So let's check out this video with baby Jade, and shout out to Bigfacts, where they asked Ralo, and y'all gonna trip when y'all hear this shit.
I'll explain your part about like what's going on or whatever. So it was a part in the paperwork where it said, as far as like the proffer was concerned, where they were talking about, the whole thing with Ash and, like how Brian took over and all of that.
Correct.
And it said, if it comes out on June 16th, 2018, that Mr. Davis gave information, I know this honorable court has been privy to that. Actual notes of that proffer, if that is released, there's a lot of information on a lot of people that are well known in this community that would not bode well for Mr. Davis, for his security and his rap interests at all. and I don't see the benefit at this point. So basically, my question to you is
Don't turn that page. Let me get that page.
It's right here.
Don't go nowhere.
There you go.
So what page that is?
It's at the top. I think it's 7, maybe.
So you got page 12. Can you go to page 12?
I have those 2 pages, but I have the paperwork though. But
so
that was my question to you. Like, what exactly does that mean? Because I know it was a lot of talk about and confusion about like not knowing exactly what a proffer was, and you know what I'm saying, all of that kind of stuff. What did that part of the paperwork mean?
So if we go to, this page 8, if we go to page 12 of that documentation, right, it'll say Terrell Davis didn't give up no information. Right down, page 12, right? If we go to that same documentation in which you got, right? However, these people that tried to help me is significant people to some of the people that are around me, and they ain't do shit but try to help me. These are the ways these people make their money.
Let me hold on 1 second. Let me ask you this, because on page 8, it's saying that the conflict of interest with Ash is coming about as a proffer that occurred at which Mr. Davis provided information to the government, and it's my belief or our position that Mr. Steele and Mr. Davis want that fact kept out of the public's knowledge. What does that mean? So you can explain that.
Go to that document webpage.
It's right there. It's the top of page 8.
Open it again.
I'm sorry.
So my thing is, whenever you get documentation, all you got to do is read the whole page. Don't never, we as people, don't never need to go to.
No, I read the whole thing.
So my question is, and my answer is to this: why we ain't going to page 12 of this document where it say Terrell Davis did not give up any information? However, Ash was already communicating with these people. Hey, so now give me that paperwork. It's a blue folder. Ash Joshi was already communicating with these people, and I don't want to throw my man up under the bus. So
yeah, you don't have to.
So what is believed to be said in this documentation? What is believed to be saying is this: they trying to accuse Ash Joshi of taking me into this to exclude himself from this investigation. You smell me? And I'm gonna just show you the documentation before we even go further. So yes, Ash.
No, but I'm just saying, me as a journalist, I'm asking on the top of page 8, whatever this is. I'm not accusing you of nothing.
No,
I really don't give a fuck.
I don't believe you doing that.
It's saying that the proffer occurred at which Mr. Davis provided information to the government. So it's basically saying that during the proffer, information was provided. And I think that's what a lot of people were, taking as basically you told. So that's why I'm asking you to explain that part so that, we can get to the bottom of this shit for real.
I don't think people understand what's a lawyer. A lawyer is a counsel in which we are illiterate of the law. So even if in any documentation, it'll say comes now Terrell Davis on any motion that you even put in. So even if Ash go on that motherfucker and say, hey, I'm on Terrell Davis' behalf, I'm willing to go ahead and take a plea, it's gonna say Terrell Davis come now. Any email, any documentation, it gonna say it's coming from me because this is my counsel. But verbally or came out of my mouth in all documentation on page 12 of that same documentation that I can get it for you.
So you saying basically you gave what's his name, Ash,
the green
light to work the move. He went in there talking. You ain't said a motherfucking thing.
I ain't even know
but he got you looking like a rat, basically.
Man, what y'all think about that? Oh man, the Proffer, I wasn't in there. I didn't hear what he said. Man, you know what I'm saying? Man, I told, but I lied. I didn't tell on anybody. Nobody went to jail. Bro, we've been asking you. Well, you got to read the page 12. He keeps going back to page 12 where he didn't say anything. You did say something. You had to send somebody in there. Your lawyer doesn't know what's going on. Then he says something in the previous part of the interview where, yeah, man, you know, we were going to pay somebody because they owed me money. I was going to pay for them to fly over and for them to give me the money. And because he used examples like first-time offenders, their charges wouldn't be as bad. And we was willing to run the play like that. But then it was a conflict of interest. Bro, you was trying to get somebody set up. Like, I can't believe somebody was going to willing to take the 200, or if they owed you that and they was going to take it, that they were going to take the charge. That's why nobody took the charge. On top of that, bro, you told, bro, it says that you didn't want this information to get redacted and put out there because you knew for a fact that you told on people, prominent people in your area. That's why when you came out, you kept saying, man, I could have told on a lot of people. Maybe Boosie was right about it. That's why Boosie kept his distance. I can't believe this, bro. Like, y'all got to stop with this, man. Listen, man, if you're telling, you're telling. You cannot be street. Why would they put that in page 8? That your life could be in danger as not only a civilian or as an entertainer, rapper. Man, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. And why did you take why did you take the interview down? Because you look crazy. The more you were talking through it, you were trying to explain it. Well, you know, you got to look at page 12. You know, we got us is our culture. We don't read past it. She's not reading past that. She's trying to, you know what I'm saying? She's not reading past that. We're not going to look past page 8. We're gonna look at page 8. We're not looking at 12. So y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Peace.
Tell me, is it facts or opinions? You be the judge.
You'll have to decide. You'll have to